Yo guys, Roachy TV here and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Memphis Depay, and I mean, what a card. Like, just look at the face card stats on this guy, man. Extremely underrated player in my opinion. He's only costing 6 to 7k on the transfer market right now. If he was in the Premier League, I'd say 50, 60k plus. Let's be real guys, look how well-rounded that card is. So before I talk about how he actually plays in-game, let's just have a look at his stats and just admire them because they're absolutely insane, guys. He's got really good pace, of course, at 87, acceleration and sprint speed at 87. His shooting stats, guys, 87 shot power, 83 positioning, and his passing, guys, his dribbling, it's all very well rounded, and the same with his physical. The one thing I will say look out for, which I will talk about once we get into the gameplay, is the finishing. The 78 finishing, it's really not the best, is it? So, I played Depay in a 4-4-1-1 formation. That's got the striker, the centre forward, because I wanted to test him out in both positions, see if he played better as a striker or see if he played better a little bit behind the striker where he can kind of make those passes and take those long shots as well. So I'll talk about which position is he more effective in, which position did I enjoy him more once we get into the gameplay, the overall summary and everything. But yeah, there you go guys. Of course, he's got 5-star skills as well, which is insane. High-low work rates, and as I was just talking about, his in-game stats look very good as well. So let's get into the gameplay, and I'll talk about the card's pros and cons right there. So into the gameplay and pros and cons with this Memphis Depay card. And first things first, we're going to talk about his pros. And I guess you would have seen this one coming from the start. His first pro for me is, of course, his 5-star skill moves. I am pretty much, I guess you could say, a button masher. And this guy got me into so many good positions to score goals. It was crazy. It was really crazy. I didn't talk about it at the start, but I played this guy in 3 or 4 games and he got me about 4 or 5 goals and 1 assist. And many times, for the goals and for the really major shots that he forced big saves out of the keepers, were all because of Depay's skills to get him in those positions to score goals. Honestly, guys, all his stats work hand in hand with the skill moves. If he had 60 pace and 5-star skills, it wouldn't really mean anything. But since he's a quick attacker and he's got those 5-star skills, he just feels so good. He really does. And yeah, that's what I really have to say, guys. I was button mashing, and you guys will see from many of the clips, I even floored some players because Depay was so good on the ball when skilling past players. So do not be afraid to just skill, guys. And even if you don't know what you're doing, like me in Division 7, just button mash. Like half the time, more than half the time, Depay will just get you in insane positions, believe me, just by skilling. On to his next pro, and I will talk about these 2 pros because they're kind of similar. His shot power and his long shots. Absolutely insane, guys. With 87 shot power and 81 long shots, they kind of work hand in hand with each other, and you'll see some of the absolute bangers that I score with Depay. Like, there's one of the clips, I don't know if it's there now, but I laid it off to Depay and he just laced it perfectly into the top right, and all I was doing was just smiling for the rest of the game because it was just, I was like, how does Depay do that? But that's what he's capable of, guys. For 6 to 7k, that's what that card is capable of. So definitely long shots and his shot power are absolutely insane. You can take a long shot from 25, 30 yards out and it forces a save out of the keeper. It really does. Unfortunately, after the patch, they've kind of fixed keepers so they parry the ball into an opposite direction of a player. But still, you can definitely get corners, or sometimes you might get lucky and you'll still be able to hold onto the ball by forcing a big save out of the keeper with a long shot from Depay. And I mean, sometimes you would have seen he just scores goals from long shots. Finesse shots as well, guys, they're very viable as well. So do not be afraid to finesse either. He has got, let me check how much curve. How much curve do you have? He has 85 curve. That just tells you, guys. The curve is amazing, and his long shots and shot power work hand in hand with that as well. So normal power long shots and just finesse long shots, they're both amazing. And onto his final pro for me, guys. May seem like a very weird one because there's a lot of other pros with the cards just looking at his stats. But one that really stood out for me was his strength. He has 80 strength, okay? And looking at that, you'd be like, yeah, it's decent, but is it a pro? Well, for me it was, because with Depay's card, you wouldn't associate a player with his stats to have good strength as well. I mean, a lot of players, for example, in Insigne, you'll see a player who's really quick and good on the ball, but they can't use their body to save their life. Well, Depay is one of those players who is good on the ball, he's quick, he's got 5-star skills, but he's also strong. It's crazy. 80 strength, guys. He's able to outmuscle like even some weaker centre backs in the game. Like I don't know, who were some weaker centre-backs? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I really don't know, guys. But a lot of the meta centre-backs who are quick this game kind of lack a little bit of strength. So, you can kind of tell in those positions that even Depay, an attacker, is able to outmuscle those players, who's not even meant to be a target man. He's actually strong, guys. And even with a chemistry style, you could boost that strength up to, a Hawk chemistry style, guys. You boost the pace, the shooting, and then you boost his strength up to like 85, 90. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, definitely an underrated stat there with his strength. 80 strength is absolutely insane on Depay. So let me talk about his 2 cons here, guys. Starting off with his finishing. His finishing, guys. In the box, it really wasn't that good. I talked about outside the box, he was insane. Inside the box, it's a completely different story. 78 finishing, guys, was not the best. I can't remember what chemistry style I put on him. I really wish I did. But all I'm saying is that if you want to play this guy up front, you really need to put a chemistry style that's going to boost his finishing and boost it up a lot, because in the box, I found that Depay was really unreliable, and that's the annoying thing, because I said I used him in a 4-4-1-1. I played half his games as centre forward, half his games as striker. And although stats-wise, he really does look better as a centre forward, I felt like he was more effective in the striker position simply because he could make those more chances. But in the box, he just couldn't really put it away from me. He couldn't really finish his dinner. So if you are using this guy up front, ensure that you are using a chemistry style that is significantly boosting Depay's finishing, because in the box, he's a real liability. Outside the box, as I said, completely different story. His next negative for me, guys, and his final negative, is just me being like, I don't even know, this is just me asking for too much. But it's his 3-star weak foot. I like to have a 4-star weak foot on an attacker. Just be in mind, try keep it on his strong foot. Either way, from deep, if you did take a long shot on his left foot, I guarantee it would still be pretty good, simply because he has got good shot power and decent long shots. But in the box, try keep it on his right foot, because as I said, his finishing isn't the best. So if you keep it on his left foot, it's gonna be even worse. So yeah, 3-star weak foot, just keep an eye out for that, guys. But at the end of the day, it's really not the biggest of deals. So overall, guys, Depay, really enjoyable card, and really kind of like underlooked card. Like for his price, man, he was like 15k I think a week ago, and his price has just dropped so much. And 6-7k, anyone can get that at this stage in FIFA. We're well and truly into FIFA now, so I think that's really good. But nevertheless, I'll talk about his card a little bit more into the pros and cons, into the overall summary and overall rating. So let's get into that now, guys. So into the overall summary and rating for this 84 rated Memphis Depay card. Now, I'm going to be giving him a very solid 9 out of 10 overall rating and a value for coins of a 9.5 out of 10. This guy is a steal on the market. As I said before, if he was a Premier League player, 100% at least 50k, 100%. And considering you can get this guy for 6-7k, I think it's really good, because, you know, you can actually link him to players. Like, a lot of people are going to simply look at the league and be like, it's really hard to link him. But as you guys would see, I have that little thing, best players to link with. Quincy Promes, I guarantee a lot of you people have his ones to watch. You can put him on the wing. Bergwijn, you can play him on right wing, his normal card. If you want to get his inform, you can play him at cam, and you can play Depay up front. It's awesome. And also, if you want to get a nice little Dutch duo up top in maybe a 4-1-2-1-2 variation too, him and Marlon would be absolutely insane. So there you go, guys. There's a couple of links if you are considering using this Depay card, because believe me, give it a go. But if you are using him up front, please ensure that you are using a chemistry style that is going to boost his finishing a lot. If you are going to play him behind more in a centre forward or cam role, I'd suggest probably putting an engine on him. But yeah, there you go. Positives, the 5-star skills, the shot power, the strength, the long shots. The negatives, just watch out for the finishing and the 3-star weak foot. But overall, very enjoyable card to use in FIFA, and I would definitely suggest you guys give him a go, even if it's on your bench, because late in the game as an impact sub, I would say this guy is going to be still very overpowered, simply because of how well-rounded his card is and how quick it is as well, because pace is the meta this FIFA, guys, as you all know. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. If you are new around here, it really does help me out a lot. Let me know in the comment section down below, who else do you want to see me do a play review on? And also, let me know in the comment section down below, who are you guys thinking of taking for the icon swaps? Personally, I want to take Javier Zanetti, simply because prime icon, I think he's going to be really good end game, so he's going to last me as my right back for pretty much the whole of FIFA, so I don't have to worry about that position. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.